Testing, testing. All right, I think we are live. Let's see. Let's hold on a second. All right, everybody. Just going to get a link for this. End stream webcam manage. Oops, what did I just fucking do? All right, everybody. Let's get the shitty bit out of the way first. Just a disclaimer: everything in this video is for general information and educational purposes only. Nothing presented constitutes financial product advice, personal advice, or recommendation to acquire or deal in any financial products. Any examples are illustrative only and should not be relied upon as indicators of future performance, as past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance. There we go, out of the way. So let's get into these charts. Sorry I didn't do this earlier. I had some family over, so it was a bit inconvenient at the time, and yeah, other things got in the way of me doing it. But anyway, let's get into it. You've probably still wondering what the hell's going on. We basically still in the same position we were a week ago. I can't remember exactly what I was saying, but started trading this in here. I did actually put quite a few buys in here. I've been trading through this. Unfortunately, I think I through this bit here decided this bit in here was probably a good time to start loading up. You can see on the double smooth stochastic, why don't I get on the 12-hour chart, double smooth stochastic, we had moved down into this area down here, so I was getting pretty confident we weren't going to come down and retest these lows, but as usual, and I'm fairly sure I said at the time, this could stretch out for quite some time before we get any real movement there. And at the time the cipher hadn't quite reached the low levels on either the 4-hour or the 12-hour, so but I got a little bit too preemptive. I got in a little bit too hard here, so I had to hack out a fair bit of my position, unfortunately. So pretty bad trading on my part, to be honest. I should have got out here when I saw this starting to put in this lower high, and so I ended up getting out down here somewhere. So now we've, as we were just mucking around here, I thought we might get a Sunday pump, and we did, but unfortunately I didn't really position myself well. We've now got this CME gap down here as well, and as you can see, we've had a little bit of a push. Did actually just jump in some scalps earlier this morning here, but I chopped out of my positions pretty early on, which once again, a little bit unfortunate. Things were a little bit stronger than what I was expecting. But yeah, going back to the 12-hour chart where we are, we're in really good position here, right? We've got the cross on all levels. RSI was fairly deep, not super deep, but if we had been down here, this would have been just like a 3 in a row. Would have been, or 4 really. Would have been perfect. As far as this move here is concerned, yeah, look, I got concerned when we started doing this over here and ended up getting out because we had CME gap down here, and yeah, just ended up not trading that particularly well. Did actually sell this top though, so I was pretty happy about that. So yeah, managed to protect myself all the way down here. Unfortunately got in there, got a bit offside here, had to hack out about 50% of my position just to keep myself from losing any more if we did, you know, some sort of crazy sweep down here. I would have been happy to buy down here at the developing yearly. That didn't happen. And now we're sort of pushing up, but I don't know how strong this move's going to be. So on the 1 hour, that wasn't too bad for entry, but we look like we're going to swing this, and I'll show you on some of the other charts too, where we are looking a bit at the top. But yeah, I seem to have a bad feeling for strength. I often get out a little bit too early with these things. But yeah, on ETH, ETH seems a bit stronger. So here's the weekend. We traded through here. He had a bit of a nice bit of a liquidity sweep there on either side to flush out all the weekend traders, which was yeah, it can be pretty violent on ETH sometimes. Pull back in here. I put a couple of trades on down in this bit here. So yeah, it's hasn't been too bad. But yeah, once again, hacked out a bit early. I think yeah, I'm not sure of the strength of this. We've got the CME gap down here. We might just continue down there. We might have a quick run up and maybe sweep this high here on ETH and come back down, or we could just roll over right from here. I had a fairly high volume candle there, and yeah, on the 4 hour coming up to 8 here, so that's probably going to close. That's probably going to be a confirmed TD9. So if not that TD9's been working fantastic on ETH 4 hours, but you can see we've had a couple of times when it's been pretty key. But just another reason to be a little bit cautious here. But in the scheme of things, if you are layering in or just buying spot, it's probably not a bad situation. I think we're probably not going to come back too much further than this. I think we might just pull in here and sort of break this downward trend and start putting another lower high and get back on with it, and then hopefully higher highs and higher lows and keep going. But yeah, we've certainly had a fair bit of fear going on Friday with this area here, which yeah, should have been a good contrarian decision, but yeah, I was just a little bit overexposed, so I had to chop myself out of those trades. But yeah, coming back to it now, where was I? Loading up here, we're already above my price that I was in at, so it would have been better off just holding on. But hey, you can't win them all, and I'm still in quite a bit of my position anyway, so it's not like I've missed out on that. Going to Solana, you can see we kind of just did a bit of a swing fail there. It's on the 5 minute though, and have a look at the 30 minutes. This was quite a nice trade, so I did actually buy some here on this, and yeah, you can see the 18-day and the 7-day rolling VWAPs have been pretty good for Solana. So you can see where we've used its support there and here, and the 18 days provided sort of resistance in a kind of reasonable way there. Definitely good good support along here. Up here, you can see where I've mapped them out before, 7 days. So 7-day and the 18-day have been really good, easy ways to trade Solana of late. So anytime we get into these areas, yeah, you can sometimes get a bounce off them. So just keep an eye out on those if you're trying to make decisions. So I guess that's about it for the higher time frames. So yeah, ETH's looking pretty strong. So yeah, hopefully we keep pushing out of here. But yeah, once again, seeing their gaps. Let's go to the lower time frames. So I've been developing this open interest, aggregated open interest indicator. So I'm going to release that shortly. I've been planning on updating all these standard charts, which I haven't done yet because I was working on this, because I decided I should just pull my finger out and finish that, so that everybody can have the indicators and have all the charts together at once, and not be yeah, I guess using different indicators and things like that than what I am. Anyway, as you can see, we didn't actually get the trigger on Bitcoin for this bottom here, but yeah, we didn't quite make that down there. I was really actually hoping we would come down here and then actually sweep this low here, and I would have been much happier to get into a bigger position there. But once again, we've had these issues where we don't quite close the CME gap, and then we have a push on a Sunday evening and Monday, and then we end up in this situation where we're uncertain as to whether we're going to roll over and close it, or push on. And yeah, eventually they seem to get closed, so just need to be cautious of that. ETH was the same. Didn't quite get the trigger here either. The 15-minute didn't quite get down there. Should turn this off actually. I'll turn the 60-minute off because I'm not really looking at that. It's just cluttering up the chart. Yeah, 15-minute didn't quite get into the zone there, which is unfortunate. So yeah, nothing on there, but yeah, Solana definitely did. So I'll put a long on Solana. Would have preferred. I had to keep a wider stop than usual here because of I thought we might actually just get down here first. But yeah, otherwise that's pretty good. But as you can see, we've kind of double topped this at the moment, and even if we sweep up here with this 7-day, as I was showing before, 7 days have been a fairly good level for Solana. I guess it's a bit messy once you're on the 5-minute chart, but you can see it's provided support and resistance through these areas a few times here. Kind of wasn't really that close there, but yeah, you can see how it works. So yeah, we might be just topping out here a little bit now, depending on how strong this move is. So yeah, I've already taken profits on almost the profit out of those trades. Yeah, it's probably going to reverse here, but anyway, did the same with Solana. So got in here on Solana. Got the trigger as well. Why is that not? I'm pressing the wrong button. Got in there. So here's the trigger here. I'm going to update this with buys and sells rather than oversold. Yeah, it's a little bit more relevant to the situation rather than oversold. But I just copied some code from something else which did that. So that pretty much wraps up that. So yeah, no real trades here at the moment. 15 minutes getting up, needs to get up there for a real sell signal. So this might just flag here and go again. But yeah, let's go on to the 15, see where we're at with this. I need to collapse some of these so I've got more real estate. Yeah, look, I probably should just clear this up completely. And yeah, look, we've got this level up here which we might run at the moment. We've also got another level just there, so this kind of head and shoulders pattern kind of has played out a little bit there, so it might provide a bit of resistance there. So yeah, no real clear signals on that at the moment for Sui. So yeah, unfortunately, but look, as usual, like if we trade back down here and we have all our indicators come down into the sort of oversold area, then yeah, will be really good for some buying opportunities. And of course, most of the charts all look very similar. Obviously, yeah, some charts trade a little bit differently. Even though that would have been a perfect opportunity to get in, we didn't sweep that level. We didn't get the trigger here. 15 minutes wasn't down there, so I didn't trade that one. And that's about it, really. Useless is on a run as well, so this is my the old grinders chart. Yeah, Useless has had quite a run. Experimenting with a new indicator that uses this TTM squeeze and momentum indicator with the liquidity hunter to give you a bit of a better buy signal in here. So the idea is once you have all these things line up, so you get a high volume candle plus you've got so many of these and so many of those, it gives you indication that, and you're above EMAs, then we might continue on. So once I get that going, I'll do a bit of back testing and yeah, see if it works and get it out to you guys. As you can see here, similar approach. We're getting increasing on the TTM squeeze, increasing momentum, some high volume candles. Using that sort of logic, you would have been buying in here. So yeah, it could be a ripper. So I think I'm going to need to do something with the average of these candles as well, just so that we know that we're moving up above the average here to give a better indication, because obviously if we just have one little pocket of up, it's not really the same as, you know, this sort of really high momentum. So yeah, and yeah, similarly you could see that we would probably get in about here on this chart. Not back here, but here would be pretty good anyway, because that would still be a 2% rise just for the fun of it. To be honest, if Biddy behaves, this probably might be a good buy right here now. But yeah, can't really say for sure with that one. You'd want to make sure you've got some tight stops, and already had a little sweep of the low, wasn't high volume, but yeah. Zcash has always been a good one lately. You can see once again these are all lining up for that, and in this case it shouldn't have triggered there because you didn't have enough of the candles up. So yeah, I think the principle might work. I just need to do some testing with it. Geez, Cookie's looking like a bit of a panic coming in here, coming off some strong levels. Interesting. If we get some follow through from Biddy here, these are all going to take off as well. Anyway, it's looking a bit like a U-tad, that one. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I wanted to say for today. And yeah, but otherwise I'm fairly positive at the moment, and I'm going to be buying any pullbacks on Bitcoin and ETH and Sol and Sui is the name of the game at the moment. Anyway, yeah, happy trading, and I will speak to you